Hey there, budding geologists. I hope all is well and you're learning a lot about rocks. Now, you guys had sent me a few questions, and since I'm a geologist, I figured I could do my best to help answer them so that you guys can know more about the cool things that actually go on with rocks. So, the first question that I was asked and that I want to answer is, how hard is it to be a geologist? I mean, what do they do anyway? I mean, you can scratch rocks and do all that sort of stuff, and that's all fun and good, but what do they actually do? Well, they do a lot of things, such as go out into the field, and then we go and find rocks. We can go find a rock like this, and then we smash that rock, and sometimes we can get minerals from it, and we try to tell a story about what happened to those rocks, because rocks have been around a really, really long time, and it's really cool to see what actually has happened with them over time. But we can look at them under microscopes, so we can look at them under a giant magnifying glass and find out a lot more about them. And then another big thing that we do is look at maps, because based on those maps we can also tell things about this story. So another thing that part of this story that we can use is, I was asked, how does weathering happen? So you know, whenever you have a pile of sand, you have like a sand castle or something, and you start putting ocean water on it. The tides come in, the tides come out, and it kind of wears away at the sand castle, or wears away the sand. That's what happens with weathering. You have a rock, and over time, sometimes a really long time, like we are talking several million years, you get all this water over top all of this sand and all of this rock, and it wears it away. So that's how you get weathering. And sometimes it flows into the ocean, and it messes up all sorts of stuff and changes it. And of course, whenever you get enough stuff weathered on top of each other, it just starts cementing together, and that's how you get minerals. Now, someone asked me, when and where are minerals formed? Well, minerals form all over the place. They can form really, really deep in the earth, like minerals like corundum or garnet, which is like your rubies and your sapphires and stuff. And some of those minerals form really, really deep, where it's really hot and where they're pressed together and squished together really, really hard. Other minerals, such as gypsum or halite or fluorite, actually form, they're kind of like a salt. So they actually form in deserts whenever you have all this water that dries up and all the crystals just form together, and they just end up making those crystals. The last question that I wanted to address in this video, before moving on to talking more about specific minerals, is someone asked me about limestone. Why do they call it limestone? It's not a lime, it's not a fruit, it doesn't look anything like a lemon. So why is it called that? Well, it turns out 300 years ago, back when the United States was first founded, there were farmers, and they found this rock that they could break down, and whenever they broke it down enough, they could extract some powder. And this powder, if you put it on your soil, made the plants grow better. So you could actually, the farmers, whenever they had bad soil, they could crush up this rock, they could get the powder, and they can put it on the soil, and the plants will grow better if they use it the right way. Now, they've been using this before that, but I mean, all around here, we use a lot of limestone to help our soils because it's so common around here. And I mean, that's where caves are formed anyway. So, I hope you guys enjoy those answers. The next video that I'm going to be talking in is going to be about minerals. We're going to talk about, is there more than just gypsum? Is there more than just fluorite and quartz? There's a lot more. A lot more. And that's a lot of what I deal with.